So we've started recording, so just know you might pop up on the website later. All right, there we are. Put back everything. Where are we? All right, you should be seeing Michelle and I both pinned, and then everybody else kind of wandering on the sides. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, definitely, Nikki. This is fun. Can't help but do them.
Mm-hmm.
We did it early. We did it a month early as well, if you guys hadn't noticed. But all right, so we got 10 seconds. See if anybody else struggles in for the morning. This will be on a replay for later on. We'll put it up on the site. It will be listed there on the schedule. So if anybody wants to watch it again. But I think this is the one that I'm actually going to post on the website just so everybody knows how to maneuver and everything. Has anybody had any major issues so far? Everybody's worked some stuff out.
Yep.
Figured things out.
Mm-hmm.
If you have questions for now, go ahead and put them in the chat. We'll go back over them. But we'll probably answer most of the questions as much as possible.
Write question in big capital letters next to it, so that way we don't skip over any of them.
Yeah, put them all caps. We can see them real quick that way. All right. And if you don't see the chat, if you are on a computer, on the bottom right corner of it, and I will show you my screen just so you can find it. And if I can get there, it's going to give a weird little halo effect, so I apologize. Or actually, this way better. Okay, so it's going to give a little weird effect for a second if I don't do this right. Always ask me twice. So don't pay attention to all the little screens. Pay attention to the big screen. But on the bottom right corner, it's going to kind of bury it underneath these two guys. I don't know why it still puts those up there for me. But all the way in the bottom right-hand corner, there's going to be one. The second one over is going to be the chat. So if you want to see the chat, it's right under here. I don't like that this moves this. I don't know why this puts this in the way. But I'm trying to show you down this way. So if you want to see what everybody's saying, you can see it that way. Let me stop sharing that. On different devices, I forget what we identified on the other devices it's called, but you'll see more menu options and it'll give you the chat right there. And bear with me if I'm still waking up, guys. All right. Let me bring everybody in.
Oh, I just heard that.
There we go. Okay. All right, so good morning. Welcome to our third annual Art and Junk Journal retreat. It's been fun. We've had some changes. If you've been with us the last couple of years, you definitely notice a whole lot of changes for different things. One of the biggest one is, you guys, I'm Monique, been the host for all 3 years, but I have a new co-host, Michelle, and you'll recognize her too because she was pretty active the first year, and then she became a speaker the second year, and then also for the fall version that we have as well, and then she became co-host. If you guys are wondering what happened with Christy decided to start doing a separate event with Ezra. So they now are doing one in the summertime. I can't say the exact dates, but in the summer. So definitely join them over there. Both Michelle and I are a speaker in their event as well. But yeah, so she decided to do that because they wanted to do something together. So they're doing that one. If you guys have any questions about that or about her event, you'll have to go ask her after because I don't know everything. But you can find her pretty easily. But yeah, so Michelle has joined me. She's been a ton of help. It's been great. And let me get this real quick. I am going to share my screen because we are going to go over basically how to maneuver on everything on here. There we are. Okay, and let me do, and if you missed last night's post, let me get this up here. So if you go on into the Artisan Pass page, I'm sorry, not the Artisan Pass. I read this up here. This thing throws me off every time and I don't know how to get rid of it. And I keep forgetting it's there. Okay. So some of the cool things, one thing I wanted to show you is that if you are on the Junk Journal Hey Summit site, now there's 2 sites, but really you might be going back and forth on both of them. The junkjournalretreat.com site, that's the site that you guys have been in on the group and everything. If you haven't been there yet, I'm going to show you how to get to the other site and vice versa. So on junkjournalretreat.com, this is where the attendee group is. This is where you're going to have fun and games all day long. So be sure to share in there, comment on things. We'll be having a bunch of different posts to reply to. All these give you chances to be entered into drawings at the end of the days. All winners will be announced tomorrow on our last meeting for the free days. Artisan Pass holders, we have a whole extra day, and those get a whole separate set of giveaways and things like that and stuff to do on that day. So if you go onto the Junk Journal Retreat page here, you'll see there's a login. If not, you're going to see, if you're already logged in, you're going to just see your picture and it'll allow you to access the account. Depending on the device you're on, this might look slightly different each time, but for the most part, it's going to look the same. Right away, page itself, the very first one at the top, it says retreat access here with a whole bunch of exclamation marks so you don't miss it. That's going to be that very top one up there. That will take you back to the Art and Junk Journal Retreat page over here. Over here, it's just subscribe, so that way if you want to get on the newsletter, if you haven't already. The speaker hub, that is for our speakers, but if you want to know how to become a speaker, apply to be a speaker, like in the fall, we're going to be sending out invitations again for that. You can fill that out. There's an application on there that you can fill out at the bottom and at the top. It's everywhere. You can get an idea of what it entails to become a speaker, and this is why we highly encourage that you definitely visit each and every speaker page. The attendee group, if you click on that, that's where you're going to spend a lot of time today, besides watching all of the different videos today. If you haven't joined, you can go ahead and join that. It will have you sign up for a free membership on the junkjournalretreat.com website. It's completely free. All it is so that we can keep away trolls and things like that from spammers from trying to get into the website and bugging you guys. But that just helps keep things under control. And it lets us know who you are, like when you're posting, because I tend to sometimes get like emails and things like that, or a message, and you know, in the middle of the night, and the next day it's like, oh, they didn't leave their name or their email. This helps us keep track of people so we can answer you. But if you go in there, you're going to see discussions, media about. Discussions is where you're going to be most of the time. Right underneath that, it's going to give you different topic categories. It just basically, if you're looking for something specifically, you can go there. Like if you want to see an announcement right away, you have like daily discussions, general questions for like everybody out there. There's an admin questions, but we do ask that you try to email us instead for questions. We'll see those faster than running through the admin questions in here. These admin questions pertain to the group. So if you're in the group and you're going to ask a question about the retreat, head over to the website and go to the contact us at the very bottom of the site. Here, this is like an admin question for the group itself, and sometimes those won't get answered for a day or so. So if you needed something right away, send us an email. That's going to be your best bet. Michelle, can you put the email in the chat just so they have that in case they do need an email? Yeah. So then right here, there's always going to be a pin post. Anything we need to like update you on, we'll probably add it to this pin post. And everything else is below that. If there's any questions, things like that. Amy was putting in some stuff in here. Looks like we have our different things that Michelle is going to be posting. Michelle's going to be posting all of the like games and stuff like that, prompts that you guys can do for that day. So be sure to check those out. The more you participate, the more chances you have to win. And believe me, it makes a difference. Some people participate so much that I have to enter them into drawings like 20, 30 times. And then every once in a while, I'll just have one. But you can see all the different things in here that people have done. Any major announcements, stuff like that will be in here. We'll, of course, email you as well, but you can find it all in here. Media basically is just going to show you anything that anybody posted a picture of or a video of. We do ask that you limit to pictures as much as possible, though, because it does just take up all the website's storage. And we're tiny still, so we're growing the storage as much as we can. We still have plenty of room to post tons and tons of pictures. But if you do post a video, just kind of make sure you shorten it a little bit. But in here, it just tells you kind of what's going on, what we're all about. And that's pretty much it for the Junk Journal Retreat site itself. In here, you can also find, to grab your pass if you haven't already. If you're not sure how to find, and actually that's missing right here. That should be here. The Artisan Pass, you can find it in here as well. If you already have your free pass, just go ahead and hit free, grab free pass now, and it'll if you want to grab that. But remember, you can find the website just by hitting that top one. That will take you to the Hay Summit site. That's where you're going to find all your workshops. They call them talks on here, but basically all your workshops, your Artisan Pass Day things. Now, the difference on this one, it's a little bit different if you're used to any past from last year and everything. Everything is basically contained on just these two areas, the group on the other page, and everything else is in the Hay Summit site. So this is going to have everything for you. And as you can see, it's really cool because it pops up when things are live and you can just hit it so you can watch it now, which is really fun. But when you're here, you have your home page, your attendee group. That will get you right back to the group page, the schedule, the perks, the Artisan Pass. If you missed out on it, you can grab it there. All the speaker pages, categories. The one thing it's not showing right now because I'm already logged in is the login button. One thing that we came across, which somebody might have actually fixed it for me, but I got to double check. They said they temporarily did something. But for some reason, I cannot find the area that's controlling the color of the login button. And the login button is almost invisible when it is there. But it's in between categories and the search bar. And it'll say login, but it's a very, very faint pale blue. So for some of you, it might come up no problem. For others, like for me, I couldn't find it for days. I was like, where it happened to the login button? But it's there, I promise. Right now, it's not there because I'm logged in already. So over here, you'll see like a little circle. If you put a picture in there, you'll see your picture you put in. If you didn't put a picture in your profile yet, you can do that by hitting that. It's going to have like a little person that just looks like that instead. And you can edit your profile and you can add a little picture in there so you know where your login is. But if you click on that, you're not going to have manage event. That's just because I own the group or the site or whatever, so I can do that. But you'll have edit profile. You can change your password. When you log in, it sends you what's called a magic link. So you literally just put your email in to log in. It'll send you a link in your email to sign in. If you don't want to have to do that each time, you're going to go over here and hit change attendee password, and it'll set you up with the password instead. And you just make up your own password. You'll have your schedule automatically. When you signed up, you're automatically signed up for every talk. If we add any talks, any workshops, any lives, we refresh it and it'll pop up on your schedule. So if you want, you can remove things from your schedule, but we automatically add everything to your schedule. Then you have your resources. Your resources are going to be like your freebies, your workshop downloads, your artisan pass extras if you bought the artisan pass. All that's going to be in your resources. You're going to find those in a bunch of different places. Resources is one place. Under the speaker pages, under the perks, and we'll get to those two soon because it's a little weird on the perks. My purchases, any of your receipts, so your free tickets under there, your artisan pass ticket if you bought it is going to be there. So if you need a receipt or anything like that, you can go there. Help spread the word. We please ask that you spread the word. If you do share it out at all, go ahead and take a screenshot that you shared and post it up in the group. That'll give you 10 extra entries. So if you share, you get 10 extra entries. So make sure that when you share it, you take a screenshot of where you posted it to. And again, that'll give you 10 extra entries into the giveaways. Your account, basically, if you need to change anything, contact info, anything like that, you notice a typo in something, you could change it there. I know, like, I had some people like misspell their name or something and they need to fix it. That's where you do it. And then, of course, you can log out.
Nope.
Back in again. Now, back over here to the home page, it basically just tells you about it. If you for some reason see something saying like sign up, just double check that you're logged in. Usually if you see something that says sign up, it's because you haven't logged in. This is always going to be here. You can just ignore it. That does not mean that you did not sign up. It's just always there so that people can register whenever they want. And it's just a description and all of that you were used to seeing before. If you scroll down, you will also see the schedule again for that day and what's coming up next. And this is basically just going to show you the next couple of things that are live. And then at the way bottom, there's all the Q&A stuff that you might want to ask. Just different things on how to set it up. There's even like tutorials on how to go through the site. At the very bottom, if you need to ask us a question, there's a contact us that will send us an email with any of your questions on there. This one tells you like if you want to become a speaker, if you want to earn money on an affiliate program. Yes, you can earn money by selling tickets if you want. You just sign up down there. You get 30% of all your ticket sales. All right, so if you go up here, again, that just takes you back to the attendee group. If you go to the schedule, it's going to show you everything on here. If it's something live, like right now, it's going to say it's live right now. The biggest question a lot of people had were, why are all these at the same time? The way that this format kind of sets up, it's meant to also be used like for live webinars, things like that, instead of pre-recorded, and you have to put a time to be able to release them. So we did. So we just picked 3 a.m. So we figured the earliest, the better. But basically, they're always going to all release at the same time for anything that's pre-recorded. You can't watch it until that time. And if you have a free pass, you're only going to be able to watch that from 3 a.m. On the day it starts till 3 a.m. the next morning when the next set starts. And then you'll lose access to the replays and everything. They basically stop showing. If you have an artisan pass, you have no limits. You can watch them as long as you want. We guarantee that they're going to be there at least a year, but we have no plans on taking it down. So as long as I don't feel like it, it's never going to get taken down. There's no reason for me really to take it down. It'll always be there. And then you'll see like every day is going to have something different. So for today, on the schedule, there is still going to be the lunch and learn at noon. And I have to add it back in here, but at 1 o'clock, we're also going to have a Q&A with Michelle Luff. She's up here. She's the one doing the intuitive watercolor painting. She's going to do a live Q&A today. Um, and then you'll see the rest of the schedule for tomorrow. There's 1 or 2 more things that need to be added for tomorrow. And then we have, if that wasn't here yesterday, the schedule for Artisan Pass Day. So Artisan Pass Day gives you an entire day of live uh, workshops all day long. There are a couple that were pre-recorded, but the artist is going to be there at the same time watching it with pre-recorded it, so that you could see everything from start to finish. And then they're going to go through it with you live as well. So all of that is all through here. There's tons of stuff happening. As you can see, it's a full day of tons of workshops. You get all those bonus workshops with your Artisan Pass. Like I said, if you haven't gotten your Artisan Pass, you can still go up to the top of the site and grab one. Believe me, it's well worth it. And we are getting the same thing that happens every year. I caught Michelle saying it yesterday, which is a good thing, is that we always have speakers are like, oh, I can add this. You know what? I'll give it to them. We'll give it to you later. It always ends up where we get extra things added at the last minute because all of our speakers are so generous that they're like, oh, wait, this will be really good. Let me give you this. Oh, can I add this talk? I don't know how many times I've had to like bump myself out. We'll bump ourselves out so that someone else can come and give you guys something more. And we'll like throw ours in at the end or something because they want to give you guys more. So that happens a lot. So don't be surprised if the list grows even longer. And now, when I was talking about the Q&As, so this year it's a little different. We do have people in different countries and stuff right now where it's a little hard for them to join us during the live times for sessions and Q&As. So one cool thing is I'm going to skip Perks and Artisan Pass for a second, but we're going to go into the speaker pages. If you go into the speaker pages, like I said, this is the biggest thank you for all the hard work that the speakers put in. And they put in a lot of work. If you go to if you're over here and you check out the speaker hub, you will see how much work it is to become a speaker. But it's so much fun that everybody loves doing it. But one thing, like I said, to thank them is to go to each and every speaker page. This is the other spot where you will find freebies, giveaways, all of that is on the different speaker pages. So definitely visit each one. We have some new faces this year. Christina Hilkrantz is new. Concy, Therese, Ina, Cassandra, Michelle, the 2 Michelles, Monique, myself, we're all here the last few years. We had a lot of people that couldn't participate that were here last year, but they will be here in the fall. So just look out for them as well. But yeah, so you'll see all the different speakers here. If you go ahead and click on a speaker, some of them have an intro video to get to know them a little bit better. Watch their video all the way through. That helps them because if they post it on YouTube, it helps get some YouTube hours for them. But you'll learn about them here. You might see read more. They sometimes have little hidden fun things in their bios. Support the speaker by visiting their sites. And then if you have a question about their project, anything they mentioned, there's a little chat box right here. Just click on that chat box. It'll pop this open and you can ask the question directly to the speaker instead of asking in the group. This is so much easier because then your questions don't get lost. So if it's a question specifically for a speaker, you just type your message in here. It gets sent to them. They get a notification. We've asked that they just check it every day. They may not be able to, like I said, because a lot of our speakers are in different countries. or if you're in a different country, from what they are, basically, they might have to answer you in the middle of the night and you get the answer the next day. So just keep that in mind. If it's urgent, again, send us an email. That's going to be your best way to get answered within an hour or two. We try to answer them quicker, but of course, we're running all over the place doing stuff. But we'll always try to answer them as quick as possible. But yep, just go in here. You can ask questions directly. They will answer you back directly. If it's something we see come up a lot, we'll probably pop in and just say, hey, here's what's going on. If we find anything that's not working. So far, knock on wood, we haven't had any more access issues or anything like that. Down here, it's going to have all their social media. Some have a lot, some don't have too many. Follow them in as many places as possible. Also, there's a little share button. You can share the speaker out to people. Say, hey, I found this really cool speaker. That, like I said, is the best way to honor all the work that they did. Over here, it gives you an idea of all the different things that they do, different types of stuff that their talks involve. Some people have just one talk. Some people have a whole list of talks. So you'll find anything that they're particularly talking about. This will help like the next year if you find a speaker you particularly like, and they're here again for next year or for the fall. You're looking for that specific speaker. You can actually like speaker for the next year and things like that. They'll be on like a list. If you find them each time. So it's really nice, like I said, to share them out and everything like that. Down here, you'll find their freebies, giveaways, all of that. So you can see like she has 3 different ones. She has a giveaway. Be sure to read more about the giveaway that they're doing. And she'll let you know what the giveaway is about. And that's one where if you guys are participating, that's one of the prizes. So if there's no button to join it right away, that means it's one of the prizes that we'll be giving away for participation. Over here, she has a freebie that she's giving away to everyone. You click redeem offer. It'll take you, for hers, it just takes you straight to it. So hers is pretty simple. You can hit read more. I do suggest hitting read more before heading out there to grab whatever it is they're giving away. It'll give you an idea of how to redeem it if you have to fill something out. But 9 times out of 10, you just have to fill out their form and it will get you the freebie. So like she's got a really cool freebie, and then you just hit redeem offer and then it takes you again to grab it. Over here, this one's an artisan pass bonus. So you would hit artisan pass bonus. It'll give you codes, things like that on how to grab that artisan pass bonus, and then go there. If you hit it and it says that you have to have an upgraded ticket, that means you don't have the artisan pass. If you hit it and you do have the artisan pass and you're not sure what's going on, double check to make sure you didn't sign up with 2 emails. And if you're still having problems, email us. We'll fix it for you. We'll find out what's going on. All right, so if we go, and I'm fixing the colors, you guys, I promise. We're trying to fix the weirdness with or I was trying to fix the weirdness with the login button being so light. And when I was doing that, I messed up some of the colors. So I apologize if some of these might turn dark on you. But let me go back home. You can see them again. There we go. That's why this is all highlighted now, because it wasn't like that before. So again, Artisan Pass, if you did miss out on it, you can just click on that. That'll take you here. If you want to grab the Artisan Pass, just grab that. Like I said, the Artisan Pass is over $1,000 value. You get all kinds of different bonuses to download. You get all the extra full day. And don't be surprised, more stuff keeps getting dropped in there, because there are a few things that we were like, oh, this would be cool for the Artisan Pass. Let's throw that in there. So it grows. It always grows. I haven't seen a year or one of the events so far that it hasn't grown. It's crazy. And then the perks. Okay. So the perks was supposed to be, it's meant to hold all of your freebies, giveaways, entries, drawing entries, all these different things, right? I don't know why it's showing up like this. I don't know why it's being weird. And I've asked and I'm waiting for an answer because it's weird. But for some weird reason, it is listing them really oddly. Like it's listing them all separate. like I said, the easiest thing to do is on each talk we'll have giveaways and all the offers. The speakers pages will have the exact same ones. This is supposed to be just like one central location for all of them, but for some reason, like you have to click on each one. Some of them show up twice, some of them show up 3 times, and we're not quite sure what's going on here. So I've been working on it, but it's kind of like the last thing to work on because you can find them in each of the speaker pages and that. So if you come in here and you're like, what's going on? We don't know. Honestly, let me be honest on this one. We just don't know. We don't know why it's doing it. It's just weird. Like I said, some things are repeated, some things are missing. I have a feeling there's a setting in there that we got to tweak that will change that. But like I said, just go to the speaker pages, visit each speaker, and go ahead and it will give you more. It'll probably give you the most giveaways that there are. There is an option though up here. If you look up here, if you spread the word, it gives you, it's also going to give you entries as well into giveaways and things like that. So there's a ton of different ways to enter the giveaways. The more you share, the more you engage, the more you do things, the more chances you have to win a bunch of prizes. And there's all kinds of different things that people are giving away. And of course, we're going to throw in a bunch of stuff at the end as well. We always do. All right. So that being said, are there any questions? Let's see. Question. Is there a way to check if you signed up with 2 emails? Really just check your 2 emails and see if you have an email for us. If you think you did, send us 1 email with both of your emails in it. We could check it for you. Because that's the one thing that's like the first thing I check when someone is saying that they're having a hard time logging in or anything like that. I always check to see if you have 2 emails because 9 times out of 10, that's usually the problem. Yeah, it's usually what goes on is that you signed up with one but bought the pass with the other. So both of them will get you a free pass, and then you also have one that has the additional artisan pass. So that could be why. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and this year we put like safeguards. I like that Hey Summit, you should not be able to double buy unless you're using a different email. So if you do accidentally double buy the artisan pass, send the 2 emails you purchased it with and we'll refund one of them. I'm trying to think what else, what other questions did we have yesterday? I think that's it. The hard part is it's an unusually easy site. It's pretty simple. It reminds you of everything. You do have the option to control your notifications when you go into your account. If you're getting like, I noticed that they send an email like a couple hours before a talk starts, an hour before a talk starts. But for the most part, you're really just going to get them in the mornings, and then that's it. And then everything else is here. Oh, this is going to show you like how much I get billed for the site all the time. But yeah. But yeah, everything for the most part is for you to go into your profile and fix all that, anything with your account that you need to change. You can change it in there. Like I said, you can go to your profile and change pictures, have all that fun. But hopefully, like, it's just fun. Have your coffee, settle in for the day, have that cushy cushion for your seat for today because you're gonna want to just sit there all day long. Have your meals ordered in today and tomorrow and Friday because you have 3 days of lots of making, and there's so many cool projects. They're going to be so fun. If you guys go to the schedule, if you want to see the project that we did yesterday, Michelle had a really cool, basically a guide for the whole event. So if that's probably one of the first things you want to download and print out, is there's a guide that you can use to take notes and things like that for the entire event. So yeah, you can go in there and do that. And if you rewatch, the replay is available now for last night. So anything live, oh, that's one thing. So anything that is live, in order for us to get the replay on there, I noticed that I can't turn off the function for it to announce that the replay is ready when it really isn't. There is no way around it, unfortunately, because it's considered a transaction. and that it has to let you know that you have a replay, something like that. But it takes like a good couple of hours or more for the video for me to download the video, um, get it ready to be put back up into the site, and for me to upload it and then actually add it to the site. Because if you've ever transferred a video into a folder or anything like that, or downloaded it off a camera, you know it takes a little while sometimes. So it's the same thing for the video, because it records like in super high def, whatever. So it's a huge file. So it takes a while for the videos to upload and download, and for us to get them into the replay for anything that's live. So most of them are going to end up being either at the end of the day or the next day, if it was live. So like right now, this particular live might take us a couple hours to get it up on the site for you guys to rewatch it. But last night's is there, so you'll be able to, me stuck with a weird face on there, but you should be able to just replay it, and it will give you Michelle's tutorial on how to use the guide and everything like that. The field guide is down here, so you can grab the guide and download it. Like I said, I would always hit read more first. It'll tell you what to do to it or whatever it's about, and then just hit the redeem, and it'll take you to the guide that Michelle provided. And that was something, Michelle, it is like a big guide. It's awesome. If you have the artisan pass, you have a different version of the guide. It's even bigger, if you can imagine. It's cool. But there's all kinds of stuff you can do just with her guide alone. All right, any more questions, or we think we're pretty good about it? What happened? We're good. We're good.
Yep.
All right. What's everybody been making so far? Share away. Gwen, you had a question? Go for it. You just gotta unmute yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'm used to Zoom.
You're okay.
So, all my things on my calendar say they start at 6 a.m.
Yep.
That's, I mean,
that's normal.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'll show you. So the system that we use, the Hay Summit, we have to put a time to release everything. So they are gonna basically, it's 3 a.m. Pacific time. It'll be 6 a.m. your time. So you have it, if you have a free pass, you have it from 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. the next morning. If you have an artisan pass, you just have to wait for 6 a.m. to actually watch it, and then you never have to wait again.
So I can watch any of them in any order on that day.
Any order, yeah. As long as it'll say watch replay on all of them. See how it just says watch replay? Let me show you real quick.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but that helps a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, just the watch replays, and then you can see like right here it's saying to view it because it's not ready yet for the next day.
So, and there's no chat during those when you're watching those videos.
Yeah, you can. So like you can chat with the like if you have a question for those videos. So let me take you to one of them. So here's Enats for watching the replay. So in here, you can chat in here with other people that are watching it at the time. So right here, she just put thank you. Oh, actually, no, I apologize. I thought this was
turned off. Okay.
Yeah, let me see if I can get that turned back on. But most people are going to be chatting in the group instead.
Yeah, I got into that group last night, but I have to look around.
Yeah, so in there, that's where you're going to have it. Yeah, I thought this was going to run the whole time. So that's one thing I found. Okay, good. Thank you for telling me about that. But the Q&A, you can still ask questions. Mine's going to say create a poll, but you can go over to the speaker and then just ask them a question in the chat right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you have a question for them, just ask it there, and they'll like I said, they'll usually get back to you within a day. It's just because, like I said, like Ina, I know is in another country. Christina's in another country. I want to say I don't know why I always think Concy is, but she's not.
You can ignore my email then.
Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, let me see if I can change that actually.
I didn't know if I'd get back in time today, so to ask. Good. Thank you.
Problem. Let me see if I'm able to change that setting. Yeah, I'll check and see if I can change the setting to always show a chat. But maybe not. If anything, then I might just like take the chat out of there so that way it's not confusing, because almost everything's going to be where it's a replay. Oh, you know what I could do? If that doesn't work, I might be able to change it so it is live for like an entire day instead of just saying that it's an hour long or whatever it happens to be. It's just going to make everything look like it's 8 hours long, 8 to 12 hours long, even though when it's not. We'll figure it out for you guys. But yeah, most of the time you're going to want to go to the discussion page and go ahead and chat over there. There is a lounge at the bottom though. Let me show you one more time here. If you go to the bottom right here, there's an art and junk journal retreat lounge that you can go to if you guys want to talk. There's an attendee. Mine's going to look different because mine gives me all these other extra things. But if you go in here, there's a lounge that you guys can just chat away back and forth. We just ask no spamming, don't share links to anything else doesn't have to do with the junk journal retreat, because it's going to consider it spam. And it will get it shut down. Hey Summit's really, really good about watching spam, but it will shut things down if it sees that something's getting spammed out to people. So be really careful about that. But in here, you guys can chat all day long. The speakers lounge is for the speakers to talk to each other if they had questions and things like that. We really didn't use too much of it. That's why I really didn't talk about it last night. Because really you guys want an indie group that gives you all kinds of stuff in there.
Okay.
And anything else, yeah, is going to be in there for the discussions for any of the different live things that are all day long today as well. You can go in there and ask questions about that. So like you said, the chat, you can actually go in here and ask questions about the different ones.
So there are live things. Not everything's a replay?
Yeah, no, not everything's a replay.
Okay.
There's the only lives. Okay, so the main workshops or the main talks from each one of the speakers each day, there's 5 and 5, so there's 10 altogether. Those are all replays. Those are all pre-recorded from them. The Q&A sessions are live, but we only have 2 real Q&A sessions like that, because everybody else, because of the hours, it was just easier to use that chat box for you to ask questions. And then the lunch and learns are live. But they'll always say like live next to them for the ones that are live. The lunch and learns are live. Everything else is pre-recorded, so that way you have time. The artisan pass day is live all day. We're going to be in a meeting like this all day long, watching videos, pre-recorded or not. We're going to be in a room all day. We spend all day together. It's really fun.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can go in here and talk.
Thanks.
Yeah, I thought this was the same chat as that other chat. So apparently these are 2 separate chats, and I didn't know that. So now I learned something new about this thing as well. But yeah, you can see all in here. Let's see, like launch. Yeah. So, and it's just little questions. If you guys want to talk back and forth, you guys can chat all day. These are fun. I gotta go in there after. I don't want to delete you. I just want to close you. There we go. All right. Was it Debbie had a question?
Yeah, I do have a question.
Yep.
I'm new to this whole system, so I don't know what the pajama thing, because I had trouble getting on. I never got the link till this morning. So my question is, now I have to go out this afternoon, but I got the pass, so I can rewatch anything at any time, correct?
Yeah. So you can rewatch anything at any time after it's been released. So the only thing you would have to wait for is like the stuff from tomorrow's schedule. That's
Okay.
it. So like, yeah, everything else you'll have unlimited access. You'll never lose access to be able to watch it.
And that's, and how long is that I have the access, that pass?
At least 1 year, at
Okay.
the very least 1 year, but we are way too lazy to take anything down.
Okay.
So yeah, we don't have any plans to take it down. You guys can even actually still go and we got to reset back up the link because I moved some things off our old site, but you guys can even still go purchase the old passes if you guys want to get in the other ones, because I know there are some people, I get emails all year long, where can I get the pass? Because I want to rewatch them. But yeah, we're never taking it down. I'm like, unless the internet dies, unless there's we turn, zombies run amok and we don't have internet anymore.
Okay.
And it's never going away. So you'll always have access.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? We're basically hanging out for like 5 more minutes. So if you guys want to share, definitely show us what you made today, because I want to see what people have done. We don't get to do anything usually until it's over. I have to go watch all the replays for me to make stuff. I'm still making stuff off of some of the old retreats.
So I finished my planner thingy from last night.
Ooh, let me
I'm
see.
gonna bind it.
Let
I'm not
me-
gonna bind it yet in case I need to add sheets, but I put the tabs on there,
Nice.
and then I put the pockets inside, and then I put my little
It came out so cute.
folder. Yeah,
Yeah,
in
if
there
you
as
guys
well.
didn't get to go last night, that's the book.
And that's my notepad.
Yeah, definitely go grab that.
That's exciting. I love that.
Did
Well, I
anybody
had-
try the double stick? Did anybody try the zig? I want to know if it came out cool.
No. Yeah, I used a zig on my notepad.
You did? Is it
Yeah.
working? Can you feel
Yes.
it? Does it work?
Yep.
Yay. I'm like, now I need to go get. Now I need to print mine. I didn't get a chance to make mine yet.
I took Michelle's class this morning
Oh,
and
nice.
I got my little book all made. I put a belly band on it and put everything in the inside. I made the envelope and the rest of it and put it all in the envelope. That was a great class. I really enjoyed it.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. And that was
You're
the
welcome.
envelope easy for you to do? Because I know I ran out of time. Was the envelope
was
pretty
fine,
easy to
actually.
understand?
Yeah, you had plenty of great directions for the parts. And I've done some of this before, so I was familiar. And I did some things just in my own way. I took
Good,
your idea
good.
and then kind of did it in my own way. But your directions were fine. And I think most people could follow it and be able to do what you were thinking about when you planned it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Nice. Thank you for sharing.
Sure, no problem.
I'm like, I love to get to see what people make. And everybody's different takes on it. It's always fun. Anything I missed, Michelle? I'm trying to think. Is there anything I missed?
No, I don't
I
think
think I
so.
got everything. Like I have my list, and then I deviate.
No,
I
you got
think
it all.
too the guide that you made, Michelle, was really had lots of things in it that I would have never thought of. I just made mine in a like a moleskin type book, and I just
Oh,
put
nice.
papers on the cover, and then I just went through and laid it all out like kind of how I wanted to take the classes, and then I just have it all filled And as I finish a group, then I'll put it in here, and this is how I keep a record of what I've learned and what I've done in the workshops. So I can go
Very
back
nice.
to it and look at it again, because there's things I don't remember. But if I
Yeah.
have an example or an example that I can go back and look at, that's very helpful to me. So,
Well,
That's a
good. I'm
great idea.
glad. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
and that I did all on my own. I just took all what you had there and kind of laid it out, and I laid it out the way it made sense to me. And then,
That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
yeah, so,
Can you guys hear me?
yes.
Yep.
Okay. I'm new at this, so I'm just wondering about how long is each session? Is there a time frame?
They run anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. There's nobody, they're like a little bit in betweens, but they're either a 30-minute session or an hour session. It seems like everybody did around that.
Perfect. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
we don't limit ours, which is kind of cool, because I know a lot of them, we got a lot of people saying, yeah, I wish we had a little more time, because I know that on other things similar to this, they limit them to like 30 minutes. We also don't want them like 3 hours long, but we
Right.
like them to be able to give you like their thoughts about how things are made and stuff like that. You're going to find a lot of that as well, particularly on Artisan Pass Day. You're going to get a lot of not just, make this project, but a lot of how the process works, their way of the process of making different art pieces and things like that with your junk journals and art journals and things like that.
Thank you.
Fun. Anybody that's been here in the past, you can let them know how, if you want to share how that's been for you guys before. And then also, if you guys have any opinion on this new system, let us know. Like, I know it's going to take some getting used to, but anything like that just is really annoying, let us know. If there's something you're really loving, let us know. And like, so far as hosts, we're kind of loving it because it's kind of simple. The last year's retreat, ours was we had to go into 1, 2, 3, like 3 or 4 different systems to make the whole art and junk journal retreat one thing, where this is just 2 simple things and we're done. Everything else was like, no, actually even more. We had to use something separate for the email, something separate for collections, something separate to host it, something separate to sell the tickets, and then the group, and then the emails. They were all separate. This one I can do most of it in one place, which is nice. It makes it less complicated for us to like answer you guys questions or give you guys something or all of that. It's kind of like that.
I do have a question about the scheduling. So I'm seeing 5 a.m. for like everything.
Mhm.
And so is everything like going live at 5 a.m. or is it just that the recording's available at 5 a.m.?
The recording's available at 5 a.m. So yeah, it's always going to be different depending on your time. We set it to 3 a.m. Pacific time, so 5 a.m. your time. That's just when that goes live for it. Whether you have the Artisan Pass or not, you do have to wait for it to go to launch. Basically, it's like a launch time. And then after that, it's always going to be there. Unless you have the free pass. If you have the free pass only, you have it only for 24 hours.
Yeah, no, of course I invested in the Artisan Pass. But are there any live sessions other than the SIP and welcomes?
The SIP and welcomes and the lunch and learns. And actually, yeah, that's supposed to say live on it. We'll change it so that way you guys know which ones are live that are going to actually be live. And it'll pop up letting you know that they are. But we have lunch and learns each day. 1 o'clock, there's going to be a Q&A that's live for today. And all day Artisan Pass is all going to be live. That's going to be, like I said, Artisan Pass Day. We are in the meeting room like this all day long. There's one link and one link only because we don't ever leave the room because we're doing something all day. So just just be ready to have your craft room look like a bomb exploded that day for sure.
It always looks like,
Oh, it's gonna
Yeah.
get worse.
oh, well, then I'll just,
You make so much more that day.
yeah.
Like I have people that are like, 5 months down the line, they're like, I'm still picking up stuff from that day. Because it's a huge schedule. I mean, and things, like I said, don't be surprised, things get added. It always happens. I always have a last minute speaker, which I'm hoping is going to happen again this year, but we'll see. There's one speaker that I always end up with last minute. She doesn't like scheduling. She does not work well that way. And I'm hoping I get her again this year. So I'm going to see if I can convince her to do it or not. I literally have to ask her the day before to let me know if she's going to do it or not. So you might have a surprise one on Artisan Pass Day pop up.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how that one goes. I'm going to stop recording, but we will hang out for just a little bit more if anybody has a question and we have any stragglers. Stop recording.